Hello, everyone. It is Sunday, July 16th, 2016. 2023. Let's get into the right decade. It is my best friend's birthday, so happy birthday, Julie. I am so excited about today. So, as you can see in my description, I am an elementary school librarian, and I love being a librarian. And one of the things that I do is I help teachers. If you need a book, if you need a resource, things like that, I try to do that. And I try to structure my lessons to go with theirs. So, I work pretty closely with the teachers. So starting a couple years ago, I make them a gift every year. Everybody in my school, and now also for the librarians, because the first year I was like, oh, I have enough left over that I can do for all the librarians in our district. So now I do for our librarians too. So that's just my gift to say welcome to a new school year. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you what I am making for our teachers today. But I do want to let you know there are some new online exclusives starting on tomorrow. The truck stamp set is supposed to come back in, and there's some other ones, but just so you know, that online exclusive, it does show that the truck stamp set that I'm supposed to get on Wednesday, which will probably be next week's video, is coming in and will be available on Monday for you to order. We're also having bonus days through the end of July. So that means that for every $50 you spend in July, then you'll get a $5 gift card to use, e-gift card to use in August. So they will send you an email. Don't get rid of that email so that you don't lose that money. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. So if you'll reach out to me, let me know and I can help you. I would love to do that for you. All right, let's flip the camera and I'm going to show you what we're going to make today. All right, here we go. Okay, so we are going to make a bookmark, okay, and this is a sticky note holder. So it goes like that, and there's a thing of sticky notes there, okay? And it's magneted, so I'm going to show you how to do that in magnet because I think that's really important. I wanted them to stick together, okay? Now these two match, and I would love to say that if I made all of these match, that all the teachers would go, oh, these two match, these are the two I'm taking. I know teachers, that's not going to happen. They're going to like this one of this, and they're going to like this one of this, because I'm going to tell you that I will be making close to 100 of these, and they will all be different. I never make the same thing twice. So they might be similar. And the one we're going to make today is still going to use this cute little owl set. And I will make several of them with this owl set because my school, we are the Reed Owls. And so, well, when I saw the set, I kind of went, duh, librarian, owl. Well, there's no question about it. This is something I have to make. So I had to have the stamp set. So here is the stamp set. Let me get it out real quick. Bird's eye view. I mean, come on. This just screams, hey, Amy, buy me. It doesn't have words in it, so I'm going to use different words sometimes. Now, I'm going to show you another bookmark set that we have that I will be using on some of them. This Courage and Faith. I think this is an absolutely stunning set, and I feel like my camera is, yeah, there we go. Maybe that's better. So Courage and Faith, I just think this is a gorgeous stamp set, and I kind of had an idea. So in our church, we have books of, it's called One in Faith, and so, but they don't have the little string thing that comes down to mark the page, so when you're trying to find the readings or something, you can't always do that. Well, I thought, wouldn't that be a neat idea if I made bookmarks using this? And when I go on Sunday, instead of trying to find a receipt that I can stick in there because I like to find my place early, I can put a bookmark in there and then just leave it for the next person. So that was my kind of thought. That's what I'm going to do with this set. But I will use this for teachers too, because I know that we have some very faithful teachers that will absolutely love this. Okay, so I said that I don't do anything the same, exactly the same. So I'm not going to do this exact color scheme, but I am going to use this same DSP, okay? So you might be familiar with this. I love this designer series paper. I have used it a ton. I really think that this one right here is my favorite. I just love it. But I think it's a little too busy for this guy. I think that it needs to be something a little less busy. And I thought about using this one. And again, I was like, maybe too busy. Okay. I have this one cut actually to do, but I don't know. I put it on the, see, I have it cut. It's right here. I've already started cutting things. I have like a little stack over here that's got stuff back. So I thought I could do that. But then I saw this one, and I think this is the one I want to use because it's variegated. It can kind of, you know, I think it's going to be the one I go with. But I'll go through a couple more. Ooh, you know, that one. I'm not a yellow person, but I know there are yellow people out there. So I have to not let my own judgments get in the way because I tend to do that. And I love I love pretty peacocks. So I could definitely use that one, but and see the other side of these are gorgeous as well. Like there's just so many beautiful things you can do. So, no, I think I'm gonna stick with the Berry Burst. I think I like that one. So we're gonna stick with that. We're gonna stick with this. I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna use as my background paper on this one. I use Azure Afternoon. I'm gonna use Berry Burst. So, let me get, is that Berry Burst? Yes. Hold on. I had to go to the back because I wasn't sure I was going to do it, but I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to show you how to cut this from the beginning, okay? Because I wanted to start with this at the very beginning, okay? So I'm going to get my scoring tool out. And I'm going to put this right here. This is your paper, and this is your DSP, okay? Now, when you're cutting, you want to make sure that you really pay attention to the size of it, or the way the DSP is situated. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is a 6x6, and you can really only get one out of this, which kind of stinks, but that's okay. I'm gonna live with that. I will live. So, all right, let me move this out of the way so I can get my cutter. So your paper is going to be at 9.5. Okay, you need 9.5. Our paper is 11, obviously, 8.5 by 11. So I'm gonna cut off 1.5 inches just right now because I don't need that. I'll use it for something later. And you can get 2 of these out of one paper. So I'm going to start by cutting it at 3.5. Okay, I just get nervous when I'm doing this because I always do it wrong on camera. I do it right 9,000 times and then wrong on camera. All right, let me put glasses on because I can't see. Okay, so I'm going to score at 2.5. Okay, score. Don't cut. And then I'm going to score at 3, so it's 1/2 inch. Okay. And then I'm going to score at 6.5. And then I'm going to score at 7. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my cutting of my designer series paper. Okay. And that's going to be 3 1/4. Okay, and if it was only 3, it would be, I could get 2, but it's not, so I can't. 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. Now, you do need 2, so you're going to have to cut 2. So there's the first one, and here is the second one. And I decided to go ahead and take the white off because I didn't think I wanted that. Okay, so those are my 2 pieces, okay? The other thing I am going to need is my bookmark, and I already have my white cut, okay, and it is cut at 2 1/4, okay, by 6 1/4. 1/4. Yeah, 6 1/4. Actually, it's a little long, so I'm going to take a hair off of that, okay, by 6 1/4. So I need my sheet behind it to be at 2 1/2. Okay, because that was 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. Is that right? I'm going to make sure. Always just stick it on there and see. I think that's too much, actually. Must be 6 1/2. Sorry. See? That's why I do that, because I mess up a lot. Okay, so there is my bookmark cut. Okay, and if you don't want it that thick, or that wide, you don't have to do that. The only reason I made these this wide is because I wanted to stack the books. And in order to do that, I needed to make it a little bit wider. So there is that. Okay, so let's do our putting together, okay? So I've got my scores, and I'm going to go ahead and bone fold those down because they definitely need to be, okay? And then we're going to put this. Okay, so we've got that. Now, for this, I want to use, this is going to be my bottom piece, so it's going to go down here. I want to use, I'm using magnets, okay? And I have magnets, because I want this to close. I have 2 different sizes magnets. I have, these are 10 millimeter by 1, and that is these. Oh gosh, they're sticky, okay? So 10 millimeter by 1s, and then I have 8 millimeter by 1s, and they won't go together because they're polar. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, these are 8 millimeter by 1. Either one of these works. I already had these 8 millimeter by 1s, which I do like, but these were on sale on Amazon Prime Day. So you know what? 10 millimeters for the win. So for now, I'm just going to use these. You need 2. So I'm going to take these 2 out, and I'm going to close this in. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm glad they gave me that. All right, so I've got my 2 little magnets. Now, so the way I want mine to close is I want it to close like this, okay? I want the top higher, okay? So I'm going to put the bottom one on first, but first I'm going to put a magnet on. All right, so I've got the magnet. I'm just going to put it on here, and I'm just putting it to where I know that these will, they're going to close and it's not going to show. Does that make sense? All right, so I've got that. And then I'm just going to use a really expensive tool to go with it. Scotch tape. The only thing you want to make sure is that your Scotch tape isn't too much on the edge that it's going to show through. All right, so let's put this one down. And I do want to make sure that I get it on the top and the bottom, especially when I've got that magnet there. So I'm going to put this down like this. Okay, and then I have to get the second magnet on. Now, I want these to be pretty parallel. Do you see how that is? I don't want them to be like that, okay? I don't want that. I want them to be like that. So I'm going to pinch them like that so that they're pretty much where they are. And then I'm going to take my magnet and I'm going to drop it on there. And that tells you, I know that these are where I want them to be, okay? And there I've got my magnet. Then I can take my other piece of tape, okay, put it right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and adhesive this, and I want to make sure that that bottom has got a lot of adhesive so that it's around there. So I'm going to do that, like that. Get that all pressed down, okay. And then this part is done. All right, so I've got my holder for my sticky tape, or my sticky note, all good. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper and my bookmark. So this is a piece of scrap paper. It's nothing fancy. Okay, but the reason I'm doing that is because I'm just cutting them out. I'm cutting out the owl and the books, so it really does not matter, okay? And I'm going to get my stamps out. I've got my cute little owl, my books, the glasses for the owl, because I just think you have to do that. And then this is my sentiment that I'm using. On this one, I'm using, you can do amazing things, because honestly, teachers throughout the year, they need to remember, I always like to have something motivational, and when they're reading to their kids and they're frustrated, maybe this is a good reminder. So that's why I was going to use that on this. So I'm going to get this out again. Okay, so I've got this and I've got this. I don't know why I switched those out. That made absolutely no sense, and I do know that, don't worry. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with my books. I'm going to get my Momento stamp, and I'm just going to stamp it. Here it doesn't matter because, well, it doesn't, right? And then here it does matter. So I'm going to kind of stamp it. For some reason, the bottom of my stamp pad is not as juicy. So I'm going to stamp one here. I'm sorry if my head's in the way, but I don't think I'm good enough to do it the other way. Okay, so there's one. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. You can't. Okay, there's one. I'm going to move this over a bit just because I want a little bit of, you know, dimension, kind of excitement. There's number 2. And then I'll move it back over for number 3. Okay, it's a little bit, yeah, it's okay. I'm good. It's all good. If I didn't, oh no, I don't like it. I can't do that. Nope, sorry. Luckily, this is 2-sided paper, so I'm going to use this at the other side. I can't do it. Tried to get in a hurry. There's one. Okay. Here's 2. And then here is 3. Okay. And there you go. You know, I did the exact same thing last time with this, and I was just thinking about that. So here's what I did. So this was a little light for me. Okay, I'm going to close my Momento pad. This was a little light, and you can see I just didn't get it stamped as well. Well, I'm just going to use my black marker, and I'm just going to go over them. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm even going to take that, and I'm going to color that in there and there. And then I'm just going to kind of go like this. Okay. I knew I probably should have inked up that Momento, because that little section there just kind of needs it. All right. I think that is probably good. All right. So hopefully, I don't think once this is all done, I don't think you'll be able to tell. So that is that. Okay. Let's move this out of the way. All right, I'm going to move my stamps out of the way. Oh, I forgot to do my guy. I was so worried about them, I didn't do the cutest little dude ever. Oh, he's so stinking cute. All right. Oh, well, there's a lot of ink on that now, huh? Oof, let's see how that does. All right. Yeah, good. All right, I'm happy. I don't know how that happened. And then let's get him his glasses, because I think he needs his glasses. I mean, seriously. How adorable is that? All right. So cute. Okay. Now I can close this up. And I guess I'll do my last bit of stamping with the Berry Burst. I'm going to do You Can Do Amazing Things right here, right above him. Almost like he did a speech bubble, right? Okay, so there's that. I did that in Berry Burst. Now I'm going to get out my Stampin' Blends to color these, okay? I'm going to start with As Your Afternoon, okay? I've got Berry Burst. I've got Bubblegum. I've got, what is this? I don't know. A Lemon Lime Twist. And I've got Lemon Lolly. And I also have a Pumpkin Pie because I need to get, the only reason I really got Pumpkin Pie out was because of the nose. Or the little, yeah, his little nose. Beak. That's what it is. All right, so I just did that right there. I didn't use orange in anything else. It's not my favorite color. All right, so now I'm going to get to coloring these. And I know this takes a bit of time, but it just does. And that's okay. It's okay. So on this one I did this blue because everything was blue. So I'm going to do it in Berry Burst this time. So I'm just going to do my Berry Burst. Okay, I'm doing the light first. All right. And then I'm going to do the center. Get his little tummy. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I've got almost 100 of these to make. I will not be stamping and coloring all of these. 100%, that's not something I'm going to do. I don't have time for that. Some of these bookmarks, this is going to be a beautiful piece of designer series paper. I'll stamp something on it and call it good. So, you know, and then I also, when I'm doing projects, I don't know if you are like me, but when I'm doing projects, I have a tendency to make extra, and I'll have, you know, extra cutouts, extra pieces, things like that. Well, I save them, and I save them all. So my last week's tutorial, these were all extras. So you know what? I will definitely use these, okay? I have full little bags, and I don't have them right in front of me, but I have bags or little pocket sleeves full of things that are extras from different projects. Well, I will get those out and use them up. So that's something that I encourage you to keep your little things because, you know, it's like I always make extra because I'm like, oh, I might need that someday. And, you know, I'm going to make this to be the cover. And then I think I'll just do it here. And I'll do it here. And then I'll do another one right there. All right, so that is that one, and let's do a little bit of Berry Burst on here. And this is all random. There's no thought in this at all. I don't always have thoughts, y'all. Seriously, not always. Okay, so that's the light. Now I'm going to get the dark, and I'm just going to do a little bit of shading. You know, I'm just going to shade, kind of go like what that did, kind of go with that, and then do that. I would have had this all done had I known what I wanted to do, because honestly, I wasn't 100% sure I was going to do Berry Burst. I kind of wanted it to be spontaneous. And someday when I have enough people to go live, then I will ask you and let you help me decide, because I'm not always good with the deciding thing. All right, let's see. We're just going to do that. Same kind of thing here. Just kind of give that the shading. I don't know if this is the correct shading. I don't know. I make a lot of things up, y'all. A lot. Okay, so there's my shading of Berry Burst. I'm going to do As Your Afternoon next because I really do like this color. And this is actually the very first time I have used it. So I was like, ooh. So I live in North Texas, and a little while ago I came out to tell my husband that I was, said, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and go do my video. And he said, okay. And I mean, and we knew a storm was coming. We knew we had it, and he was putting up one of a shade blind thing. Well, that storm came in with a big bang. It was crazy. It knocked over my plant. I lost a plant, a beautiful plant. Hopefully I could save the plant, but I was more worried about the dang, the pot broke, but you know, my plant, I think I can get him out back. Oh, I need a color for him here. I think it needs to be yellow. So let's do yellow. We're gonna do Lemon Lolly, which I do like this color. It's a nice yellow. It's good on baby cards and, well, anything, but I think it's a good yellow. I was really, really sad to see So Saffron go, because that's one of my favorites. But you know what? I was sad when Barely Banana left too. So, you know, you always get sad when things leave. Sometimes we don't like to give up the things we love, right? All right, let's do that. Let's do some yellow here. We'll put that one here. And I've got all my books done. The top's done. Do some yellow here. Let's do a little bit here. Maybe there and there. And then let's do one on there. Okay, so there's that. Let's get the dark. Just to kind of give it a little more dimension, you know. Now, there are lots of people that color much better than I do, and I know that. I want to be an artist so bad. I told my husband that the other day. I said, I want to take some art lessons. And he said, all right. But I haven't done it, so. I just want to learn how to really watercolor and learn the shading and things like that, because I just make this up. This is all made up. All right, let's do some lemon lime twist. Okay. Definitely here. Let's do it here. We'll do this one here. Maybe that there. I still have pink to do. Okay. Yeah, let's just do that. And then I'll do the rest of it with, oh, hold on. Boom. And you can see, I don't necessarily pay attention to which of the ends I use. It's really just whatever one I happen to pick up at that time. And that's just me. I'm not, I am not precise enough to worry about that. I kind of like this side better, to be honest with you. But, you know what it is? It is what it is. So, and then we'll do this one here, here, and here. All right. Get a little shading in there. Trying to get that shaded in with it, you know, but that's okay. Okay, so that's enough. Okay. Bookmark part is done. I'm going to cut these out real quick. I'm going to get my snips and I'm going to cut them out. I don't like to cut from such a great big piece of paper. To me, I like it on a smaller piece so that I can kind of go like that. It's just less to deal with. That's too much to deal with for me. And again, if you don't like to cut out, you can just do these as squares. You know what I mean? You could just put them on make them a square. Again, I'm not doing this for all 100 cards. I would be here until next year. Probably should have started earlier this summer, but it's like, oh, this isn't going to take any time at all this year, because last year I did some really big notebooks that took a lot of time. But let's be honest, it all takes time. And if we do it, we don't do it because of the time it takes. We do it because of what we love, right? I'm just doing it because I love my teachers. I love my staff. And I want to, you know, I like to do things for them. So I got out of the classroom about 5 or 6 years now. This will be my 6th year out to be in the library to get I had to get a master's degree. And I'm going to tell you, teachers, they're amazing. And I don't think I could still be in the classroom. Well, I know I couldn't because I told my husband I couldn't. I told him you have 5 years and then that's it. Okay, so there's that cut out. That didn't take too long, right? Now I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to put this like this, and I'm going to use Dimensionals. I'm not using any Dimensionals on my cards. Oh, wait, I want to make sure. Hold on. I'm going to let this, well, I think, hold on, let me see. Where's my bird? I lost him. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I think he'll fit. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put Dimensionals. I let the other one come down a little bit, and if you do that, you need to make sure that you put the Dimensionals on top so that they don't come there. But I think this is going to fit right like this. Okay, and then we're going to put this cute little bird right here. As I say, I'm not going to use any kind of Dimensionals on this because if I don't want to hurt the books, you know, by having the Dimensionals on there, so I don't want to do that. All right, so I'm going to put him right here. Oh my goodness, he does kind of go off a little bit. It doesn't matter because they're not going to be anything. Okay, so now I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get, hold on. I'm going to use tear and tape. Okay, so I'm going to get a sticky note, and on Amazon Prime Day I bought, you know, 100 of them, but that's okay, it's all good. So actually I think maybe, hold on, this one had other colors. Nah, this will be good. All right, so I'm going to use tear and tape on here because I think tear and tape is pretty strong, and I do like that. So I'm going to make sure I'm on the side that has that, and I'm going to put, actually I think 2 pieces of it just to make sure, just to, you know, really get it going, get it on there securely. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And I'll be honest, when I use tear and tape, I usually get it off with my Take Your Pick tool, which just came apart because, oh my goodness, sometimes I feel like I am all thumbs when I do these videos. Okay. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put this right kind of in the center. And I gave it a little bit of room, so there was, you know, a little room. And then, so I've got this and that done. Ha! All right, now what I want to do is I'm going to finish up my bookmark. And I'm going to use my a corner punch. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to put this in the same way. I'm going to put it this way. Then I'm going to flip it over and do this side. Okay, so that those are like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this the same way. Because if you do it the other way, this part is on the top. So if you want that, then you do that. But you want to make sure that they are the same. Because if you don't, then it looks like this one, which I tried to punch again and it didn't work. So you don't want to do that. All right, let's put this on here. You don't want to punch the next part until you have this part done, okay? All right. So I'm going to do that. Let's get that right in the center because I'm kind of anal about that. Then I'm going to use this one, okay, and I am going to turn it over for this because I want this to be in the center. I'm going to try to get it as centered up as possible. And then I'm going to punch that out. So then I've got that. And then I've got ribbon. And I've got this cute little, this is a trio. So I could do the Azure Afternoon. Okay, so I could do that one. I don't have any berry paper. I could do the pink, which is pretty, or I could do the yellow, which, you know what? I think I'm going to do the yellow on this one. So I'm going to open this up. There's a better way. I know. Okay. Y'all see me struggle. All right, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to get my snips, and I'm going to do it about, you know, about this long. Okay. I'm going to cut it like, well, no, I'm not, because it goes through better if I do that. All right. So I'm going to put these, hold on. I'm going to go through the back this time because I want a different way. Okay, so I'm going to, wait. I don't know if I did that right. Hold on. We'll see. Yeah, that's how I want it. So I've got the loop in the back because I kind of want that loop in the front. I did it opposite last time because, yeah, so I really want them to look like that. Okay, so there is my cute little thing here. Those are little, I'm gonna recut them. Cut one that way and one that way so that they're going different ways. And now I have a bookmark and a sticky note pad that match. Again, do they have to get them together? No, I don't care what they do. I just want them to enjoy it. I want them to know that every time they see this, they think of me and go, you know what, I can go ask her for what I need. So I hope you all have a fantastic week. I know that it's hot here in Texas, except right now it's kind of cooled down because of the beautiful rain we got. Please, if you could like and subscribe, I would truly appreciate that. And if you ever have questions or needs, I am here for you. So thank you and have a fantastic week. Bye.